Hey, what's up guys? I'm back playing some more Call of Duty Black Ops 2. So I'm playing on the map, I believe it's Raid. I'm using the Scar H assault rifle. By the way, this is one of my more favorite assault rifles just because it's so powerful and it's just such a very fun assault rifle to use. It's one of the more, I guess you can say, enjoyable assault rifles that I really like in this game. But enough about that. I guess let's jump on into it. So this is going to be similar to my AN94 review. For some of you who don't know, I did a review on the gun. It wasn't like an in-depth review like you can probably find on YouTube. I mean, it was just kind of my basic opinions on the gun, maybe some tips I can give, maybe some class loadouts I suggested about, just kind of a general thing. I try not to get into too much detail when I'm describing how I play with weapons because, I mean, let's face it guys, do you really need to know every single stat about a weapon? I mean, it's great to know, but sometimes less is more. You kind of want to know the basic stuff. You need to know what can get done really fast. You just need the basic stuff. So, as you all know, the AN94 and the Scar H are some of the most powerful assault rifles in this game. They've been really powerful. Like, there's been some pretty powerful assault rifles in Call of Duty, but these definitely pack a punch, especially over range. I mean, they do carry their range pretty far. I haven't really done any research about any of these weapons, like I said, but I just go off of what I feel and how I do well with them. I think I did pretty well this game. I will go ahead and tell you guys that this was not a victory game. I know you're thinking, oh my gosh, why are you uploading a non-victory game? Well, I mean, it's a good game plan. I mean, I just wanted to put it up. I mean, of course, I probably could have played the objective more than I was, but it's just really hard to play the objective when you're trying to defend the objective at the same time. I mean, I understand I could get in there, but I probably wouldn't have kept the people out of it and kept them away from our teammates as much if I would have been in there and most likely to die. So I was really trying to defend the objective. So, I mean, I guess, like I said, I could have played more, but here's the deal with the assault rifles. As most of you know, they're not really meant for objective play. They're meant to defend. So that's what I'm doing. You got to carry your roles with your weapons. That's what, stick to the strong points. So the strong points with this weapon is it's very good at range. It performs extremely well over medium to long range. Maybe not necessarily sniper range. Now, I understand, that every weapon has its own little different thing and kink that goes with it. So most of you know that the weapons in this game are definitely in a high variety. I'm really excited. I mean, I'm really glad that they decided to versatilize their weapons. It's really cool because I don't like the way they had laid out Black Ops 1 because I liked the game. Don't get me wrong. It was a fun game. It was definitely fun for the year or however long I played. I played over a year. I mean, I still play it every once in a while. But it's definitely, it was a good game for the time. But you just see here, this gun just rips through people. I mean, it does really well. And I couldn't go down there and kill that guy. I mean, if I would have went down there, I would have easily died. So I wanted to lay back and pick up some kills. And I run out of ammo here because I do not have the scavenger perk, I believe. But I believe I die somewhere up here. But like I said, I try my best to play the objective. And we did have some, and this isn't an excuse, but we had a guest on our team. And I think it was just some other random guy. So it was just a party of 3. My 2 friends and I, that's how it usually goes. It's not a big deal. I don't usually like to roll with a big party because it's not that fun just completely train wrecking the other team because usually it's they usually end up quitting or something. And not saying we're good, but it's just usually how it goes, especially when they know they're versing people that are in a full team. They're like, man, forget this, I'm out of here. And that's understandable, and I'm not going to judge them for it. If you're not having fun, please stop playing the game because I don't want you to hate a game just because it's frustrating you. Like I said, just take a break from it. You'll enjoy it better if you just come back to it maybe later on when you're not so ticked off or whatever. But I mean, like I said, I'm just trying to give out some basic tips. Like I said, I'm not going to be your #1 source for Black Ops news tips or any of that, but I just wanted to let you guys get my opinion on it. And that's what the great thing is about YouTube. You get to express yourself, your opinions, maybe some cool things you found or whatever. YouTube's cool. I mean, it does all kinds of stuff, and it's definitely helped a lot of people out, and I think that's really cool. But anyway, I guess back upon the gameplay or whatever. So, I guess going with the attachments. Now, I haven't really used this gun too much, the Prestige that I'm on currently, but I did use it, like I said, a little bit last Prestige, and I have used it quite a bit. So I would say I'd roll with maybe quick draw because the gun does seem like it aims in a little slow. So you can see here I snap to the targets pretty quick. I mean, you do aim in very fast with the quick draw attachment. But that's just my personal preference. I mean, in this game, every second literally counts. As a matter of fact, every millisecond seems to count. I mean, as fast as you die in this game, and you guys know this, I mean, you just die really quick, and it takes forever to kill someone, it seems like. So you got to be quick to the trigger. I mean, it's how it goes. But the gun does have a recoil. It really does. I mean, but that makes sense because it's got such a high damage over range, and it's automatic. So I mean, you're going to expect that out of the weapon. Now, I did look up a little bit of information about this, and I haven't tried it out yet, but I heard the burst fire attachment on the weapon is very good. Again, I haven't tried it, but you guys should maybe give that a try too if you're struggling with the weapon's accuracy. But like I said, I'd suggest maybe a grip and maybe quick draw along with it. I don't know how well grip affects that gun, because I mean, you can still see in the gameplay it does still have a pretty high recoil. So like I said, just experiment with the weapon. This is just what worked with me. I mean, I used grip and quick draw pretty much all the time with the weapon, and I still think I did pretty good. But you do have to pop your shots. I mean, you can't just hold the trigger down. You gotta let out like every 4 or 5 shots. It's just how it goes. And I do like how they did that, because it kind of seems like it's more of a skill factor based. It just seems like it takes more skill now, instead of just holding down the trigger and pretty much just aiming near your target to kill them. It doesn't seem as cheap now, which is really cool. And I do respect them for trying their best to balance it. So you'll see here again, I'm trying to defend the objective, and like I'm saying, I'm just pointing these things out. I'm wanting to point these out just so you guys can know. I mean, I'm not like camping. I'm just playing the objective. I mean, I'm defending it, trying to keep my guys safe while they capture it. Now, a lot of you may say, I've seen people comment on other guys' videos saying you're camping, head glitching, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I can understand why you would say that, and maybe kill confirmed or team deathmatch, possibly even domination when they're not even trying to capture the flag, if they're just trying to keep their KD or whatever high. You guys know by now, I care so little about stats. It's not even funny. I don't even really look at them, to be honest. I mean, I like to have a pretty high win-loss, but that's about it. I mean, winning's very, I guess, crucial. I mean, it's not a big deal if you don't win all the time. Like I said, stats are just numbers, guys. They really are. If you don't worry about your stats, like I've also said, you enjoy the game a lot more. And that's what I'm really trying to do. Just don't even look at the leaderboards. I mean, you guys already know the leaderboards are hacked anyway, so why do you really want to care to see how high you can get up on the leaderboards? I mean, you know there's a lot of people that are up on the top that aren't legit. Now, there are some that are, maybe, but look, a lot of people have gotten their hands a hold of hacks and mods or whatever you want to call them. I don't know what you want to call them, but I really don't care. I just say hacks, cheats, whatever. The point is it's not prohibited in the game, and they shouldn't be up there. But like I said, I mean, what can you do? I mean, I don't know how to beat hacks. They're pretty much one of the most unbeatable things I've ever seen in the world. But as far as not just in the game's sake, but just in real life scenarios too, hackers, man, those people are I don't know, there's many names I like to call them, but let's just keep them with this word called special. They're very special people. They're pretty important. I'm just kidding, but yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, there's some good hackers. I don't know if I've never heard of any, but trust me, there's such things as a good hacker if you can use some of your abilities for good. But pretty much anybody that has a hacker mod, they use it for the benefits of themselves, and that's not really cool. Like, here's the deal: if some of these hackers actually use some of their abilities for good, you could actually make some really cool stuff happen with possibly, I don't know, maybe the government even. I mean, these people can hack all kinds of stuff. I mean, like I said, it's just how they choose it. I mean, if they use it for their selfish reasons, that's to each his own. But you know, whatever. Like I said, if I ever had hacks, I wouldn't know how to use them anyway. But if I ever did know how, I wouldn't abuse it. But I mean, that's just me. Like I said, I would try and help whoever. I mean, I don't know what scenarios you would need to help with, but you know what I mean. Like, if you get help with your hacks, why not do it? I mean, why you make them useful instead of trying to tick people off? But I guess that's my 2 cents anyway. It's not really a rant. I don't want you guys to think I do rant, because I don't. I just wanted to, I guess, talk about them a little bit and just try and get you guys to understand there's no point in even really trying on the leaderboards. I mean, it's cool to see how, I guess, high you can get, but I mean, like I said, when it comes down to anything, it's just a number. So, I mean, it's whatever. Like I said, I mean, I'm just playing the game, trying to find some cool classes, using some of my favorite setups in every Call of Duty. It's pretty much just shotguns. Now, I understand that obviously I'm using the SCAR here, but I like to use the guns that sound cool, hit hard, and just like LMGs, the heavy assault rifles. I mean, I use the SMGs just because you can rush around and do well, but I really stick to the heavy sounding weapons and the weapons that hit really hard. So like I said, the pump action shotguns, pretty much any shotgun. And then these cool assault rifles that they just sound cool in my opinion. I mean, I like the way the SCAR and the AN-94 sound. They just sound awesome. But like I said, guys, I mean, this is kind of my SCAR review, and it may be too long. That's why I kind of try to mix it up and give a few other topics along the side. I mean, you know, I'll use it more, and then maybe I might even talk about it in a later video about, you know, my further opinions about this weapon. But it's really fun to use. I mean, you guys should try it. If you're not really having that much fun in this game, maybe switch your style up. Maybe switch your play style up. And you got to play smart in this game, too. Like, a lot of you, you probably just mindlessly rush, which isn't a big deal. I mean, like I said, have fun the best way you can. But in previous Call of Duties, you had more freedom to rush in certain scenarios. And you see me try and dive away from this dude's Betty. That was pretty funny. But by the way, that's another thing. Don't dive. You got to lay down. Obviously, everybody knows that. But I should not have tried to sprint away from it. I don't know what I was thinking, but it was pretty funny looking death. But anyway, you know, like I said, I mean, just try different combos. I mean, see what works. And it also depends on, like I said, your playstyle. Your playstyle is very important in this game. Everybody knows that. I mean, this game does definitely cater to each individual's playstyle a lot more, I guess, than it used to in previous Call of Duties, which is really cool. For instance, I'll give an example. So Modern Warfare 2, it always seemed like it definitely catered to the rusher because there was the marathon perk, I believe is what it was called back in that game. You had a limited sprint and you could hurdle over stuff faster, or mantle, whatever it's called. I mean, I believe it was, the technical term was mantling, but you could hurdle over stuff. You could pretty much, I don't know if you could climb ladders faster. I don't think you could do that. I think they first introduced that in Black Ops 2, but you could, it was just a great rusher perk. And then they had lightweight, so that, you know, made you run 7% faster, I believe. I mean, I know a lot of you think 7, that's a small number. Well, I mean, just because it's a small number doesn't mean it doesn't feel small. I mean, it feels like it's a huge difference, especially when you're running like a shotgun or an SMG. It seemed like you were just hauling, but like I said, that's what happens right there, what you just saw. That's what happens when you're trying to use an assault rifle in a close scenario in this game. You're going to get ate alive because the SMG's high rate of fire makes sense. I mean, SMGs are supposed to dominate up close. And don't get me wrong, they do need a slight little, they need tweaks. And speaking of tweaks, I did hear about a patch. It's going to be coming out very soon, and I want to let you guys know that as well. I'm not trying to steal views off of people's videos by letting you guys know that, but just some of you who may not have heard of it, now you know. There is going to be a patch. I don't know when. I've only heard so many details about it, but they're supposed to be also patching the theater mode. People have been experiencing and complaining about the theater mode not working. Now, it doesn't work. I understand that. Everybody understands that. But the reason it doesn't work is supposedly there was some kind of 10th prestige glitch you could get on it. Somehow, like, people would put it in the file, and I guess people would download it or watch it. Like, if you watch the film, there's even proof on the internet of some of the commentators that, I guess, like, tried to trick the people into thinking, you know, they were actually, like, wanting to get to 10th prestige. And they tricked them into actually doing that in the lobby. But yeah, they actually exist, unfortunately. But I do believe they are patching that version of the 10th Prestige Act. There's probably going to be more, so they're going to have to keep patching them, unfortunately. But I don't know. I mean, my opinion on the whole boosting and all that, I don't know. I mean, that's probably going to be for another commentary, and I'm, of course, going to keep it as positive as possible. I'm not going to be as, you know, I'm going to try to not remain negative about it because I'm going to try and look on the bright side of what happens to boosters and stuff. Usually boosters, just so you guys know also, most of them do get banned. I don't really know or have ever heard of any that have got away with boosting and not got banned. I mean, you'll probably most likely lose your account, and especially now that they've added theater mode in the games, you know, it definitely helps catch them a lot easier. So, if any of you out there listening to this video that boost, think next time before you do, because it's, I wouldn't do it. Just take my word for it. Just don't. You're pretty much going to waste so much of your time and other people's time. It's just, like I said, not worth it. But, guys, I really do hope you enjoyed this video. By the way, I mean, it wasn't a rant. If you did think I was being negative, let me know how I can improve. I'm going to try and really be positive with my commentaries. I really want to know if I'm, you know, like I said, being negative. I don't think it was. I just wanted to give you guys my opinion on the whole situation, on just some of the things that have come to my attention in this game. And like I said, it's not a big deal. I mean, Track's going to get it fixed. They're a great company, and they've been very reliable. So, I trust them. But anyways, guys, I will see you in the next video. I'm out.